Looks like Armageddon's coming down the pike. Looks like Armageddon's coming down the pike. And you know what that means? Armageddon is coming down the pike. Armageddon is the final battle between God and Satan. Okay? It's a battle, but people often just use the word Armageddon to talk about the end times. Okay, so the word Armageddon has become synonymous with the end of days, doomsday, the end of time, right? Armageddon. Do you guys believe in Armageddon? Do you think Armageddon is coming down the pike? If something is coming down the pike, it means it's coming soon. Well, maybe not right away. It's coming in the future. It's coming closer. It's coming down the pike. Another way you can say it is coming down the pipe. It kind of makes more sense if something's coming down the pipe. Okay, so that there are two ways. Can't even hold up the number 2 with my cup. There are two ways to use this idiom. There are two ways to say this idiom. You can say coming down the pike with a K, or coming down the pipe with a P. Okay? Both mean the same thing. You know what a pipe is, right? A pipe is like, see there's that pipe coming from up top on the roof, and then it goes down, and it goes down into the yard, right? So water, like when the snow melts up there, the snow runs, the water, right, from the snow runs down the pipe, and then it runs down onto the grass. Okay, so it runs down the pipe. So if something is coming down the pipe, you can see it, right? Imagine if I have a pipe, if I'm looking, let's say you're on one end of the pipe and I'm on the other end of the pipe, okay? And let's say you put a ball down the pipe and I'm looking down the pipe. I can see the ball coming toward me. So I can see the ball coming down the pipe, okay? So that's what the idiom means. It means something that's gonna it's coming in the future. Usually when people use this idiom, they mean that it's coming in the near future, like soon, right? So something's coming. Guys, I'm a bit distracted. There's like an owl on that roof. I don't know if you can see it in my camera. I'm not sure if that's a real owl or a fake owl. I think it's fake, but owls do live around here. I have seen owls around here, but it's not moving, so I think it's fake. Anyway, guys, so what do you think is coming down the pike? Now, what is a pike? A pike, and this is what I don't quite understand the idiom. Why the word pike? A pike is a fish. It's a very common kind of fish here in the lakes in Canada. Okay, northern pike. It's a kind of fish. Guys, my throat, I'm losing my voice. Need to take a bit more sips of tea. So a pike is a kind of fish with a kind of a pointy nose, a pointy mouth. Do fish have noses? I don't know, guys. Do fish have noses, or is it a mouth? I guess a pointy mouth. So I think the reason they're called pike fish, they're called northern pike. The pike are, I think there's different kinds of pike. One kind of pike in the lakes up here in Canada. The most common kind of pike, I think, is called northern pike. But the word pike also means a weapon. They don't really use pikes these days, but pikes, I think, were pretty common as weapons in the medieval times, like, I don't know, maybe around like year 1000, sometime in that time frame. When I hear the word pike, I think of like the medieval Europe. You know, it's kind of like a spear, like a long wooden piece with like a sharp metal end to it. It's what a pike is. So when we think about the idiom coming down the pike, I don't know, very often we use this idiom to talk about things that are coming that are like dangerous or threatening. Like let's say you have a family vacation next month. Would we say our vacation is coming down the pike? Not really. I don't know. You wouldn't really use it in that context. Very often people use it in like kind of something urgent is coming. Maybe I don't know. You can use it in all different contexts, I think. But these days people are using it especially to talk about the uncertain future that we face in the world, right? Threatening times, different countries, saber rattling. I made a video about saber rattling. I'll try to find it and post it up here. But yeah, different countries kind of threatening each other, right? And so we can say, crazy times are coming soon, right? Things are coming soon. Economic meltdown. You could say economic meltdown is coming down the pike, right? Or, I don't know, global collapse is coming down the pike. Or central bank digital currencies are coming down the pike. Or Armageddon is coming down the pike. So anything that's kind of coming, that you can see coming toward you, right? It's almost like the future is coming toward you. So, yeah. So you can say it's coming down the pike, okay? Or you can say coming down the pipe. Both mean the same thing. And I would say they're both common. I hear both of them. Personally, I think pipe makes a bit more sense, but both are, which one do you like better? Let me know in the comments. Do you like pipe or pike? I do like eating fish. Pike. Have you ever eaten a pike? Northern pike? I have. They're very good kind of fish to eat. Yeah. So let me know down in the comments what you think is coming down the pike or pipe and which one you prefer better. But do you think Armageddon is coming down the pike? Guys, every day when I read the news, I'm just thinking, Armageddon's coming down the pike, guys. It's getting closer one day at a time. Do you get that feeling when you read the news? Or do you just shut off from the news? Sometimes I feel like if I just stopped looking at the news and I just stopped thinking about the world, I'd probably be happier. I'd probably have more enjoyment and kind of peace in my life. So, I don't know. I just can't help it, right? I always just look at, every morning, I check the news. I follow different YouTubers and different, I don't know, just different influencers who talk about, the different conflicts in the world and all the geopolitics of everything. And I'm kind of addicted to it, right? So it's funny how people can almost become addicted to bad news, right? They just like, it's weird because if you go to work, are your colleagues ever talking about good things, like positive things, or are they always complaining about something? Are they always talking about something bad that's happening in the world or in their lives, some problem or something? It's usually negative, right? I don't know. That's in my experience. In my experience, people generally prefer talking about negative things than positive things, because it's almost more addicting it's easier to become addicted to negative things than it is to positive things. Like if you look on the news every day, there's nothing positive. There's nothing. And you know, this is one interesting thing that I remember when I was living in China. In China, a lot of the news was positive. And I remember thinking, that's so interesting. Like there would be a news story, for example, that says like, firefighter rescues cat from burning building. That was just like a classic news story in China. Something kind of humanitarian, or something about saving an animal, or something kind of good in the community, in the society. And I remember noticing that and thinking, when you look on BBC News or CNN or Fox or any of these other worthless news organizations, it's all negative. They never report on anything positive. Like, can you give me an example of something positive that they've ever reported on? It's weird, right? Like, people are addicted to negativity. People like consuming negative news. Why is that? Fear sells, right? Fear gets clicks. You know, maybe those news companies don't feel like they could make money if they just reported positive things, right? It's kind of like those what are those called? You know, those magazines that are in grocery stores at the checkout section. Those magazines that always just like talk trash about celebrities and everything. I've never really looked at those magazines, but I've noticed them a couple times when I go shopping. It'll be like, what's that woman's name? The princess in England, or the queen? No, not the queen. Katie? Catherine? Guys, I forgot her name. I don't know. There's a one person in the England who's like this. She's married to that bald guy. Whatever his name is. Okay, so whatever she is, queen or the princess or whatever. These like magazines, they just say all kinds of crazy things about. It's like, oh, she's, you know, I don't know, I can't even think of any examples, but it's always talking about either celebrities, relationship problems, or their weight loss, or their just, guys, our world has become so shallow. Do you care about celebrities? I literally couldn't care less about any celebrities. I don't follow them. I don't listen to their music. I hear names. I hear like names like Taylor Swift. I've never heard any of her music. I couldn't name any of her songs, but I know who she is. I know what she looks like, because she's very famous on the news. Even like mainstream media says, oh, I think, you know, oh, she's in a relationship with so and so or whatever. So I kind of know their names. I can recognize their faces, but other than that, I don't know anything about them. I don't waste my time with that useless garbage. Let me know, do you like wasting your time with that kind of stuff? You know, our society has become so shallow. I think Armageddon, that's one sign that Armageddon is coming down the pike. Let me know, guys, what do you think? What's coming down the pike this year? What do you think this year? Give me a prediction, okay? Leave it in the comments. What do you think is coming down the pike in 2024? So I'm making this video in March 2024. So this year, what do you think is coming down the pike? Got some very interesting things happening this year. Elections. I don't know why this is an election year in all the big countries. Why did they all just decide to have elections in 2024? That's weird. Not in Canada. Canada's not a big... We're physically large, but small in population, right? But a lot of the big countries are having elections this year. India, Russia, USA, Argentina had theirs a couple months ago, I think. Not Brazil. Brazil had theirs a couple years ago. But yeah, I don't know why so many elections now. Well, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting, a very interesting time coming here. Guys, what's your predictions? Let me know what's coming down the pipe. Boy, this is, we're getting down to Armageddon, guys. Someone's following me, guys, with their dog. I better escape. Don't have anywhere to go except onto the ice. Should we venture onto the ice? But I think it's probably kind of dangerous now that it's melting. But anyway, guys, I don't have much to say. I just wanted to teach you those words. Pike, pipe. Who do you think will win the US election? That is going to be, that's going to be crazy, guys. I am sitting on the edge of my seat watching US politics. If you sit on the edge of your seat, that means you are like just waiting to see, you know, you're like eagerly anticipating what's going to happen. You know, imagine if you're at a movie theater, if you're at a movie theater, like a cinema, you're watching a movie and the movie's really exciting. You might be sitting on the edge of your seat. You know, you're not like relaxed and like watching a nice romantic movie. You're like tense and you're sitting, your butt is like on the edge of your seat. You're just waiting in anticipation for what's going to happen. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens, guys, in this coming election. 2024. Let me know, who do you think is going to win? It's that's coming down the pike. Guys, it is coming down the pike. I'm sure we'll hear a lot more about the wall. And we will build the wall. We will build the most wonderful, the most beautiful wall in the history of the world. And Mexico will pay for it. Mexico will pay for it. Mexico will pay for the wall. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, Hispanics love me. They love Donald Trump. They say, sir, you are the most wonderful, the most beautiful president in the history of the world. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, 100% of Hispanic voters voted for me. And we will build the wall to save you from the virus. We will save you from the virus and from China. We will save you from China. And we will save you from the Russians. We will save you from the Russians. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, Putin is my best friend. He is the most wonderful, the most beautiful president in the history of the world. And Chairman Xi is a very smart man. We get along great, by the way. And Chairman Kim Jong-un, by the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, Chairman Kim is the son of former President Kim Jong-il, who, by the way, unfortunately became ill from the virus. He became ill from the virus, and unfortunately, he passed away. And now his son, Kim Jong-un, ascended the throne in North Korea. North Korea, I like to call him Rocket Man. Rocket Man Kim, because he loves to shoot rockets into the Sea of Japan. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, Japanese people love me. They love Donald Trump. They say, "Sir, we want you to be our emperor. You, sir, will be much better than our current emperor, Yagamoto. Sir, we want Emperor Trump, not Emperor Yagamoto. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, my friend Shinzo Abe, I went to Japan to visit my best friend Shinzo Abe, who unfortunately was killed by his own people. He was killed by Yagamoto. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, I went to Japan with my beautiful daughter, Ivanka Trump. We ate so much sushi. I thought I would become a fish. I wanted to change my name to Donald Fish. My best friend, Shinzo Abe, by the way, who is my very good friend. We get along great, by the way. He wanted to go to North Korea to visit my best friend, Kim Jong-un, who, by the way, I like to call Rocket Man. Rocket Man Kim. He loves to shoot rockets into the Sea of Japan. And we will build a wall. We will build the world's most beautiful wall to save you from the virus. We will save you from the virus and from the Russians. We will save you from the Russians and from China. We will save you from China, and we will save you from North Korea. We will China. By the way, I don't know if you know this, by the way, my wife, Melania Trump, she is the world's most beautiful first lady. She's from Slovenia. She's from the city of Ljubljana. And we will build a wall between Ljubljana and Morocco. We will build a wall between Ljubljana and Morocco to save you from the virus. We will save you from the virus, and we will save you from the Russians. China. Oh yeah, I was going to teach you the word synonymous. I think at the beginning of the video I said Armageddon is synonymous with like the end of days. Like, so the word synonymous means something that is the same, has the same meaning, right? Like a synonym. A synonym is two words that have similar meanings. Like, can you think of any synonyms? I can think of one. Ocean. What's a synonym for ocean? Sea. Okay, so ocean is synonymous with sea. Sea is synonymous with ocean. Both words are used interchangeably. Okay, interchangeably means you can use one or the other. You could say, I love the sea, or I love the ocean. Both words are the same. So guys, I don't know. Just let me know what your predictions are for this year. Let me know if you would rather have something coming down the pipe or coming down the pike. But how does it come down the pike? It's almost like if someone's pointing the pike at you like a spear, it's coming down the pike. Like with a pipe, you can imagine if someone rolls a ball down the pipe, it's coming toward you. It's coming down the pipe. But if it's coming down the pike, how can it come down the pike? I don't know. Sometimes English doesn't make sense, guys. It's just how it is. Even native English speakers don't know what what words mean sometimes, or what idioms, like where idioms came from. So anyway, guys, with that, I'll bid you farewell from here in Alberta, Canada. It's a little bit chilly it's a very overcast day. Overcast means cloudy. Whole sky is covered in clouds, and it's actually a bit chilly. That's why I went to grab a cup of tea. So guys, as always, I love you very much, and hope you're doing great. Hope you're staying safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. And hopefully Armageddon doesn't come down the pipe too soon. At least not before I upload this video. Then you have a chance to learn this idiom before Armageddon hits. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for always smashing that like button and leaving your comments. And yeah, that's it for me. As always, I'll see you guys over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.